Hey guys, here I have a design for a G-force machine. It's very simple. It's basically it rotates complete circles, rotating. In this case, I have a machine that rotates, and it's got two beds on each side. What you want to do is in theory, is raise the G-forces higher than what the gravity of Earth is. So by raising slightly the G-force to a higher level, then you increase the weight of the person by the cell and molecular and atom levels. So basically, the whole body becomes heavier, not by body weight, but by increasing the weight of the molecules and the cells and at the cellular level, so you increase the weight of the person. And you make the whole body organs work harder. In other words, the heart, your muscles, everything's heavier, so they're going to work slightly harder. So the point is not to overdo it, because it's not going to help you. Is to slightly get it higher, but just slightly to a point that's not too heavy and it doesn't harm you at all. In other words, you want to raise it just slightly, and by doing so, you increase your weight, and you make all your body organs work harder. You're at cellular level, and you become stronger. So let's say you get your 8 hours of sleep, and then in this centrifugal force bed, and while you sleep, the slight G-force, in other words, heavier than Earth G-force, but you don't want to do it too much. You could, there's G-force 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess G-force 1 or 0 is probably Earth's gravity, so you don't want to go beyond your limit. So in other words, you might just raise it just a slightly higher G-force than what Earth is, and by doing so, you're getting used to the gravity of a higher G-force, and by getting a gradual used to, or getting used to the gravity, your body gets stronger, your muscles get stronger to that gravity that's higher than Earth. So when you go off the machine, then your body can respond to Earth's gravity like it's nothing. So think of it as being super strength. Your muscles are used to working in a higher gravity. So when you come back to Earth, in a sense, off the machine, then everything's so light. So you could have a gym, or you could have a place of rest where there's a higher G-force, slightly. When I say the keyword slightly, means that just a slightly bit higher, but not too high where it actually doesn't help you, but it makes it worse. So in other words, you want to make it higher slightly, and then it's a gradual thing where your body gets used to the gravity. So gradually, and in small increments, get used to the gravity, and by doing so, you become stronger. Your muscles, your veins, all your muscle tissues, all your heart gets stronger, because it's it's got to deal with a higher gravity than what Earth is. So you become stronger physically, and more so if you have a gym, centrifugal gym. In other words, you're inside a spinning object, and you're there working in there. So, but first of all, you have to get adjusted and let your body get gradually, in increments, get used to the gravity. And that might take weeks or months to get used to that extra gravity. But it's you'll sleep here a night, 8 hours, and when you get off, your body's used to that gravity. And then when you get off the machine, when you wake up, you're stronger. But like I said, it doesn't start off right off the bat. It takes time, and by small increments, and over weeks, months, you get used to the other gravity. But it cannot be a higher gravity. It has to be slightly, keyword, slightly more than Earth's gravity, but you can't overdo it. You can't get it too high of a gravity where it's not helping you, but in other words, you have to adjust it to a point where it's just enough, barely, and it makes a benefit to your body, and to that point you become stronger physically, stronger in your organs, anything that's a muscle tissue will become stronger, including your heart. So and even your lungs, because they have to work harder to pull out oxygen. So basically, anything that makes you heavier is going to work your organs better. So when you wake up in the morning, you're stronger, but you can't overdo it. In other words, you can raise it slightly, and where it feels comfortable and it's not working against you but for you, then you become stronger. So this machine, it's a centrifugal machine. It spins, and as it spins faster and faster, it increases g-forces. As we know, there's several g-forces. Every time it's higher than the Earth. G-force 1, G-force 2, G-force 3. That's basically heavier than Earth's gravity. Earth's gravity is a g-force, and then the higher you speed, the higher you spin, then the body becomes heavier in a molecule level, or cellular level, it becomes heavier. So there you go, folks. This is my concept of how to become healthier and stronger using centrifugal force or g-force, and getting used to a heavier environment, and your body over time becomes stronger.